Hello, and welcome back to the Not So Educational Podcast. Today, it's just me and Chris and Merlin, and we're gonna be playing the forever famous Would You Rather game.
That was
Because we're literally out of ideas during this recording session, so we
Yeah.
just thought, you know what, screw it. Let's
And
do
since
something that
only
is
three
always
of
going to
us.
get us some
Since it's
views.
the three of us, there won't be too much debating. We'll just be just chilling and answering the questions and sort of explaining why in a sense, but not going like obviously super in depth like we usually do.
hmm
But yeah, so our first question, speaking of, is would you rather have a 100-pound weight dropped on your face or have an appendage amputated? Thoughts?
Like,
Well, what determines an appendage? What is?
I'm guessing a limb.
Okay, because like if I could if I could like lose like an eyelash or something, if that counted as an appendage, I'd be fine
An
with that
eyelash.
before getting hit with something, or like a toe or something, right?
A toe.
You know.
Yeah, definitely a toe.
A toe is better than getting
Let's
hit in the face.
definitely stick with like arm leg.
Okay, because then I would prefer the weight over the the amputation.
Yeah, same, because you could recover from obviously a weight being dropped on your face, but like once you
An
lose your arm,
appendage.
you're not gonna get your arm back. You're gonna get like a robot thing if you want.
Yeah.
a robot thing.
A robot.
Like,
thing.
100 pounds. That's
That's a lot.
It's just
It's
like
not-
it's like a human tackling you, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, but it's I'd
Like, how far?
normally when people say
how
100
far is
pound
it
weight,
dropped? How far is it dropped?
well, I don't know. These are specified in the question. But
Like, but that would
Yeah.
probably mess up my beautiful face.
well, yeah, but would you rather lose your arm or your leg?
But
I mean, you can choose whichever one. That's what the game
Like-
is.
I'll just go with the face thing.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
moving on, I guess. Our next one is: would you rather always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early?
I think 10 minutes late would have some serious consequences if you were always late.
Correct. Yeah, I would definitely do the 20 minutes early because
Like, it's
I'm
not that
a
bad.
fairly punctual person, and I like being on time.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I'm
like
not
me-
the most punctual person, but I strave to at least be on time the majority of the time.
right. I mean, like personally, I have a clock in my room, and I set it about 10-15 minutes before, like faster than the time that it is. So I always like
Right.
look at it and like in the morning, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm late, and then I'm like, oh wait, I still got like 15 minutes. Fine. But
Yeah.
so that one, moving on. Would you rather lose all of your valuables or lose every picture you've taken?
Ooh.
I would rather lose all my valuables than lose all the pictures.
I would probably rather lose all my pictures. I don't really
Yeah,
have that
I
many
would-
good pictures.
Yeah.
I would rather lose the pictures. You can just take more pictures if you really want to. And, like,
True.
you have the memory, and that's more important.
Yeah.
And also,
Most of the
Yeah.
time, pictures are just a sort of physical representation of a memory, right? So,
True.
yeah, I would prefer to lose all the pictures, mostly because I don't really have that many good pictures of anything. But besides that,
Well, Um, would you rather see 10 minutes into your future or 10 minutes into the future of everyone but yourself?
Like forever?
Probably. Yeah, like forever.
I mean,
That's
I
important.
guess.
Like, is it just like some superpower you have?
I guess so, yeah, you could, let's just make it that.
So into your future or everyone else's future. What?
I honestly think if it was a superpower that you had, I would say everyone else's future because you could determine your own future from the future of everyone else's, right? So, like, all I would need to do is look at the person who I'm talking to, future, and
Right.
then I'd be able to determine whether or not they were,
Yeah.
change what I wanted to say to make,
Yeah,
a
and
good
if
outcome or something.
Right.
and if you were like to drop your favorite mug, then you'll be like, better not
Oh,
drop that
no.
mug.
Better not drop that mug.
And so you would have more control. Like if you knew if you were going to get in this car and you were going to be in a fatal car accident, just don't get in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Or, go down a different road that,
Yeah, like
than the one you went on.
you could use it to your advantage.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. You could also like win the lottery by,
Yeah.
But it's only 10 minutes.
Well,
Yeah, but
if
10 minutes is enough to go out and buy a lottery ticket.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I mean, like, you can't like pick the 10 minutes. You can't be like 5 minutes from now in 10 minutes. Like you can't.
oh, it
I don't
has to
know.
Well,
Like,
be
no,
exactly 10
it would
minutes.
just be it would be
yes,
10 minutes from now, right?
yes,
So you just like you'd see, oh, they're releasing the lottery numbers in 10 minutes. So you look at your friend's future who's watching the TV with the lottery numbers, and then you use by those lottery numbers,
this is
right?
true. Yes.
So like you could coordinate with your friends and stuff too.
Mhm.
Like you could have a friend who would, help you out with these things, and you give them a cut of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
you could save people's lives too. So I think I would go with everyone else's
yeah.
future.
I'm
Me as well.
I'd rather go with myself.
So you can
Um,
save your mug that you're using.
Yeah, I'd rather save my mug. Or
hey, you know what? It's never a bad option.
Well, so this
Saving
brings
that
us
mug.
to our next one. Would you rather be famous when you are alive and forgotten when you're dead, or be unknown when you're alive and famous when you're dead?
Ooh.
I would rather be famous when
Um.
I'm alive.
Uh.
I'd rather be
No, I'd
famous when
I'd
I'm
rather.
dead
Yeah, same.
because
Like a
like
legacy left behind
one
is
of
more important to
one of
me than.
my worst fears is probably being
Yeah.
forgotten. Like I don't want
Yeah,
to. I don't want to
that's
be.
a valid fear.
I don't want to
Have
be
you ever gotten
forgotten.
left in the store?
No,
Oh no, no.
but
My mom is way too aware to accidentally leave me in a store.
I just. It's just something to think about. Like once you're gone, you don't want to be forgotten.
Yeah,
Yeah, true, I guess.
And even
yeah. Like I
though,
wouldn't want to lose all of the things that I did throughout my lifetime, even if my achievements weren't you know um like recognized in the now. If they were recognized in the now but then forgotten about later, that would be worse than them not being recognized now and then being realized later.
Mhm. All right. Well,
Yeah.
would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something that you didn't do, or get away with something horrible and live in fear of getting caught for the rest of your life?
Honestly, for me, it would depend on like what sort of sentence it was. Like, would it be like a min, max, sec sentence, stuff like that?
Well, I mean, it just says go to jail for 4 years. So I'm assuming that's just the full 4 years, not counting like the whole like reduced
Well,
time
no,
or
I'm
whatever.
just I'm wondering like what security of a jail, because min security is like essentially just some rooms with walls on them and a door with a bolt on it.
Right.
That's like, and some guys with tasers walking around, that you say hey to as they
I
they
feel like
pass by,
I would
right?
definitely go to the jail for 4 years
Like
because
if it was minsec, I would definitely go for that. But at the same time, if it wasn't, I would probably rather get away with something horrible and then live in fear for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
Just because
Like,
it's sort of psychological
if
things.
you're hiding, you can't really do anything.
Oh no, you can do a lot of stuff on the run. It's just a lot more difficult and
Yeah,
risky.
but
But
like you have to take into account you are on the run, like, and you can't really ever trust anybody, I guess.
well, you could trust your friends and family. Most of the time, friends and family are loyal.
Depends.
It depends, yeah.
I'd rather go for 40 years, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All things considered, probably the 4 years would outweigh everything.
Like, it's just 40 years. It isn't that bad.
Yeah, 4 years is not. I mean, yeah, it seems like,
Eh,
oh my gosh, 4 years, but like at the same time, it's really not any. Like, it's a small portion of your life,
yeah,
and you're. I mean, you're kind of taken care of, honestly, there. So,
like free food.
um, right. But
Yeah.
Don't
anyways,
gotta pay
next one.
taxes.
Right. Would you rather be accidentally responsible for the death of a child or 3 adults?
A child.
Yeah, one child,
Yeah.
3 lives outweighs one.
Like,
It's a moral. I don't know
that's
if
just like,
have you ever seen the like AI tests where it asks you to answer like moral questions to see
Mm-mm.
to tell an AI, like a driving AI or something, how it should react in situations? Like a lot of
Oh.
the I was like a really weird test result, because I guess I'm like not very empathetic at all. I'm a realist at heart, so like I said, there was like some I took like literally everything into account, where probably some people took some stuff into account and other things not so much. But like
Mhm.
I know there was a couple instances where I did things that the test was like, oh wow, okay, he actually answered like that. That's weird.
Right.
Like
Wow.
it was like, because it tells you like a sort of a graph of like who answered how and stuff, right? So it's like um I was like down in like the like 6% or something, right? So
Mhm.
on a couple
Well,
answers, and it's like, oh, okay, well, obviously
since
they.
like,
since we're sort of between what we're doing right now, we are now joined by Space. By the
Oh,
way,
Hello.
he's back.
well,
Space. We are playing Would You Rather. We have questions in the Google Doc, by the way, the
Okie dokie.
debate Google Doc.
I will try to
And
answer truthfully.
all right,
um,
all right.
We have to
So,
keep this
Chris,
internet
did you have
appropriate.
something to say?
like the whole
so in other words,
self-driving car thing. I read this one thing about how the car would choose to kill you in order to like save your children. I'm just like,
well, no, like it would
Right.
it. So one of the
yeah,
things is that the test asks you is whether or not you should prioritize the driver of the car over, or like the passengers within the car over pedestrians on the street.
And
right? If you, like the car's brakes went out or something like that.
if I was
Right.
the driver, I would prioritize my life. It's probably
Exactly,
because
right? So as a human driving, one would prioritize their own life over others, right? So that's the sort of questions that need to be answered in these sort of tests. Is why would specifically
but
the driver's life be worth more than the some pedestrians or something?
yeah. But why are they in the road to begin with?
Oh no, okay, so like the questions are like the car goes out of control, right? The brakes stop and it's like going down a hill or something at like a intersection, and there's a crosswalk with a load of people on it. That's the sort of like questions it's wanting people to answer. Is what would you do in that sort of a case as a driver?
Well,
All right.
okay, just go on.
All right. Well, next question. Would you rather have all your shirts be 2 sizes too big or 2 sizes too small?
Two sizes
Too
too
big.
big.
Too big.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Yeah,
don't-
too big.
I don't want to be like.
Obviously, you cannot fit in it if it's too small.
Yeah, like
Well,
I
you can
couldn't
fit
wear any of
into
my
it,
shirt.
but
Like,
I'm not trying to look like Winnie the Pooh with my belly hanging out at the bottom
Oh
of my
god.
shirt. Um,
Yeah.
Well, we seem to all agree on that.
Worst case of belly hang ever.
the thing is, if it's too big, it's really easy to fix it. You just tuck it in, or you roll
Or
it, or
tie
something
it.
easy.
Yeah.
Well, guys don't really tie shirts behind them. It's a little.
It's a little
Alright.
bit
Different.
weird.
for a
Well,
guy to do.
would you rather have
But
an
break-
easy job
wait.
for someone
What?
what?
Something that really bothers me. I'm just gonna
Uh-oh.
put this out here. It's like a really
Diabetes.
big pet peeve is when someone's wearing like a really long shirt and they have a hoodie or sweatshirt on, and the shirt
And their shirt
comes.
is longer than their hoodie.
Yeah, that just makes me cringe so much. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's
ugh.
like, why are you wearing a shirt like that? That's just
It's like
Like if I'm
It's more
wearing
when
if
people wear
I
long
if I
socks.
have a long shirt like that, I'll just like tuck it under the hoodie. Just like that's
Right.
all you gotta
Yeah.
do, or tuck it in my pants or something, because it just bothers me.
How do you feel about people who wear those super long socks?
I do that.
well, if you have to
Like
wear it for a
I-
uniform or
Like
something.
like how
Like-
high are you talking about?
Like
Like knee
above,
high or
to the
thigh
knee,
high?
or like the long socks. Like I don't know, maybe it's just like where I am, but people
Like-
wear like socks like go up to their knees because they think they're cool. And it's just like it just looks
Oh.
really weird.
Like I wear long socks, but I don't wear them.
Well, I'm not
that
talking about
high.
like where they're like not just because anything longer than an ankle sock is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
I wear
mid leg and
ankle.
up,
Oh
or
my.
maybe a little bit higher than that.
Mine are usually like way above my ankles, so
Well, are you talking like they're hitting your knee?
no.
Well, okay.
Like that's
They're
just
like
that's
crew
just
socks?
stupid. No, they're higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well,
Like, but
Well, the thing is, I don't.
that's when I wear jeans because I don't like showing my ankles when I wear jeans.
yeah, ankles.
It just
That is-
creeps
it-
me out.
Well, it is kind of weird when someone like when you can see their ankle and they're wearing jeans. It feels like
Yeah, it's just
how
weird.
horrible. But then you know, if they're like in
Alright.
shorts or something, it makes a difference. It's just like it's like when you see
Strange.
like if someone's like what I can't remember what they're called, but
I also can't stand white socks. I just
white socks.
I don't like
Why
white
don't
socks.
you like white socks?
I don't
But you don't like
know.
the color, or
No, I just don't like white socks. I prefer black.
You're
Oh,
racist.
well, the thing is, I prefer black socks, but I don't
Yeah.
mind white socks.
I just can't stand
Yeah,
white socks.
Sam.
White
Well,
socks feel
then
better. Black socks
you're
feel
just
better.
a sock racist.
But they feel
Oh,
What do you
socks.
say about
I
those?
just like black socks.
Mm-hmm.
All
Terrible
right,
people,
well,
then, sock racists.
before this takes a weird turn,
It already has.
a weirder turn.
So-
Pardon me.
Well, at least we're not talking about like other things.
All
Drugs.
right.
We're just talking about socks.
Would you
Socks.
rather? Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself and work incredibly hard?
Like, is it the same pay?
I
Like,
don't
do you
know,
get
it's
the
not
same
specified
end
in the
reward?
question.
No.
Because like, if
Let's
you get a better
just
reward from doing it yourself, then it's like do that.
I don't know. Let's just say same pay.
Oh, then easy. Because then you can just dedicate yourself to other things.
I'd rather work for myself.
I would
Well, if you-
rather work for myself as well because then you could be like, "Ooh, I'm fancy."
Well, the thing is, you can have your job, and then you can just do stuff outside of your job. With if you do the easy one, you can still have a life. Because if you look at small business
True,
owners,
yeah.
they kind of have a pretty you know,
Hellish
up
work
at
schedule. Yeah.
yeah, they're up at 6 and they go to bed at 9.
Mhm.
Not much of a life other than Sunday.
No. I guess.
Mom and pop shop.
Okay. Next.
All right. Well,
Well, Void never
um,
gave an answer, so.
would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
The inventor of a
Planet.
drug.
Planet.
Planet.
Drug.
It would be
Yeah, I was gonna say drug.
but you would be remembered more if you were to go to
You,
a
s-
planet.
you cured cancer.
Okay. Do you remember
No,
who
no, no, no,
cured
no.
polio?
Cures a deadly disease.
Do
Not
you know the
I mean,
person
yeah,
who
cancer, but
cured Ebola? Or
Well, that was they
the
started. They
Black
had the
Plague?
cure.
Yeah. Well,
The
but someone had to make it. But do you
or
I think
remember
the
their name?
most of the
common
time
cold.
Yeah.
most of the time it's
Well,
the
you
team
can't cure that.
so I mean, if it's like single-handedly, like just some 16-year-old in the basement cured, I feel like that'd be a bit like wow. I also don't want to have to go to another planet. That's kind of the main reason.
Well,
Yeah, my ears pop too much, and I'm not down for that.
like
Well, once you're in space, you don't have that.
I would
issue.
go, but only if I could come back.
No, there's no coming back. You're at a different planet.
That's not in the description, so.
Well,
Job
like
description.
current scientific standards, like humans can't even really make it. Really, I don't know. Humans can't live long enough to do like round trips.
Well,
Unless you. What? Yeah, you
you could
could.
freeze your body.
If you went to Mars, you could come back. It would take a while.
Yeah.
Wait. No, you're right. I think I was thinking of. What am I thinking of?
Uranus?
I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or you were actually just saying a planet.
It was the first one that came to mind, so.
Okay, so
Yes.
you were just saying a planet. You weren't trying to make some.
No, it was. Yes, it was both, so.
Oh, okay. So you just lied as well. Wow.
Okay, well.
It's just got different.
So we seem half and half on that one. So let's
Half and
see.
half.
Next.
Wait, do you guys like half and half or heavy whipping better?
For what?
Just usage. Like, there's people either use half and half or they use heavy whipping
What are you
cream.
talking
kind of
about?
Do you know what half and half is? It's
Are you
like
talking
half
about, like-
cream,
It's like
half
a
milk,
weird
and
milk
then-
thing.
And then heavy whipping cream is just cream that can be turned into whipped cream.
Isn't that for like
But then-
coffee or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it mainly is used for coffee, but
I
also
don't-
for like
I've never really tried drinking coffee, so.
rip.
It's not great.
It's amazing.
Okay, would you rather have a horrible short-term memory or a horrible long-term memory?
Horrible short term. Because I already do.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Your memory bad. You're forgetty.
But how would you have a horrible
Forgetty,
long-term
spaghetti.
memory?
Yeah, so
You-
instead of never forgetty, you would definitely forgetty.
Like, you would forget. Like, let's say you went to like Disneyland with your family 6 years ago, you wouldn't remember that. Or your wedding, let's say, if that, like, whenever that happens. I was about to say
Or-
if
So
that
you
happened. I
could-
was like,
so you
Someone
would-
slaps you in the face and you don't remember it.
And then you're like,
Oh.
oh hey, let's be best. Or like,
I
you
read
forget
that.
it,
Okay,
like,
the short term then.
You
it's
don't
like,
have
really-
like both of those.
Okay.
Like you don't have like Because you can't really have a horrible short-term memory and have a horrible long-term memory. Then you
Well,
just
I
don't
mean,
really have
you
memory.
could just have bad memory in general.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go for short. Next.
Lloyd?
I'll go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lloyd hasn't said anything in the past two. He has to
Mm.
participate.
That's okay. Next.
said
No, I'm just
planet.
kidding.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
The one before that he didn't then.
Okay. Well, would you rather be able to fly for a day or be invisible for a day?
Fly.
Ooh, fly, yeah.
Fly.
I feel like if you're choosing invisible, let's just say you're probably thinking of some illegal stuff.
Chris.
Oh.
Oh, the Barbies he could steal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know.
Like, I rather.
So rude.
I would rather be invisible for simple reasons. One,
Like what?
I'm scared of heights. Two,
Oh man.
what are you gonna do? Well, actually, I have more reasons,
What
but
you gonna
What are you gonna do?
Um,
You can fly around.
yeah, but like, yeah, cool.
What are you
You're a
gonna do when you're
bird.
invisible?
Actually, no,
Whoa.
yeah, I think.
Cool, you're a bird.
Well, if you're invisible,
think-
you can like troll people and like trip people.
I think okay.
And
No,
then-
if
I
I
already
if I
do that.
did have to choose between the two, I'd probably go invisible because I'm a
And
terrible person
steal
and I'd probably
someone's lunch when
rob
they're
some
not looking.
bank or something.
The thing is, banks have more than just cameras. Like they would still know you're there. They can't be seen by the eye.
Wait,
yeah,
so
exactly. But
would your
like you could rob a
clothes-
jewelry store or something
You'd just
without
be
ever being
naked.
seen because you
Would-
could never be
Like
caught because
It's like that
Would your-
SpongeBob
would your
episode.
bo-
be
Wait.
camera evidence.
Would your body be invisible or would your clothes be invisible? to
Your
you?
body.
So you
Your
would
body,
just
so
be
you gotta
like
be naked.
you.
So it'd just be some clothes.
So after
know.
the day ends, you're
So-
just still invisible and you're just like.
I read a book. I had to read a book last year about a kid who became invisible, but his clothes wouldn't be. So more or less, whenever he wanted to leave his house, he was always naked.
Or are you talking about the book Things Not Seen by Andrew Clemens?
No, you
Dang.
could try.
All right, next.
That's like kind of similar. Okay, whatever.
So
Well, this has been the Not So Educational Podcast, episode
I-
4?
Yeah, I think this is episode 4.
This is
but,
Be
5.
sure
know.
to-
No, this is 4.
This is 4, so be sure to. Hey, Space.
It was like the outro music.
We don't
So,
need that.
Be
Okay,
sure
we
to
should edit that out.
subscribe and like the video and comment what you want to hear from us, whether it be more of something or a completely new topic, or stop
Less
doing
of
that, I
something.
hate you, or anything.
Remove so and so from podcast.
Right.
Yeah, you can't remove me. It's not happening.
Yeah,
All right.
He
So
is the original, not educational podcast member.
And
So,
like, why would you want to remove me?
yeah.
Yeah. Why would you want to remove me?
Also,
Yeah.
Alright.
also we've got some other things in the works that I don't think Lizzie knows about. So yeah.
Yeah. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Potentially, there are some new segments coming in.
Oh, we forgot something.
what?
It's time for Spaces.
No,
Oh,
it's
no.
not. Okay. Bye.
Wait,
Bye.
if we did Spaces space segment, it'd be the SSS.
Okay, no.